Now we're going to bring in two brothers that have really been a big part of East Noble's program over the last couple years. One for a little bit longer than the other, I guess you could say. We'll just call them the Phillips brothers, and bring Austin and Alex in here from Kendallville. Guys, appreciate you joining us here this evening. First
Yep,
time that
thanks for
I've got
having
a
us.
Yeah, first time I've got a chance to really quote unquote meet you by video, I guess, but talked a lot on uh, Twitter and stuff. But big
Yes.
win for you guys on Friday night. I mean, you had Northside coming in, a team that, for better part, has really good athletes, and you guys seem to really control the game from start to finish, pitch a shutout. But you know, Alex, tell us about the game on Friday night. What kind of the things that stood out for you in your game?
Yeah, lots of anticipation in this game. They got a lot of good players. We just played really good together. Alex Scott started off the game with a pick, which set us up for a really good touchdown, and then also a fumble recovery, which set us up for another touchdown to really like control the first half. They got a lot of athletes. It was definitely a tough game. Uh, Third quarter, no score, and then we had another good run down the field to really seal the game. But yeah, really good game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys pitching a shutout week one is no easy task, especially against a team like Northside. And you alluded to the athletes that they have, and you know, I guess the biggest thing for you, Austin, is you're kind of going both ways. Alex, you playing both sides this year too,
Yeah,
wideout
I'm
and
playing.
DB. Okay,
Yeah,
so you guys are playing the whole game. You're taking a lot of snaps. But from
Yes.
your point of view, Austin, what was the key in that game for you? I know that you rushed it for, like, I think about 68 yards on the night. Doing a little bit different offensively this year is what I saw on some tape, but kind of explain some of the things you guys, that you thought you guys did well on Friday night.
Well, I think we did really good running the ball on Friday night. We were in kind of a wing T set, just pounding the ball all night, just doing what we could do to control the clock and try to control the game. Our D line really showed out too. Tatum Getz, Landon Mills, Colin Quake, really just were pressuring the quarterback and making it able for me and Lucas Nyman to make plays all night as well.
Yeah, and then you mentioned Scott about, he had also one big reception, I think, for 31 yards, so that was a big play. What was that? I mean, what led to that play? Because it sounds like to me those are one of those plays that where the defense seemed to be keying on too much of the run game, and you guys were able to throw it over the top. And I'll let Alex, if you want to answer that one, that's fine too.
yeah, we were trying to like bring us in, run wing T, and then we definitely spread us out again to be able to throw the ball. Just a little diversity to throw off the defense. That really opened up the pass game also.
Sure. Of course, you get the touchdown in there too, more from the running back position. But just talk about the last couple years for this East Noble team. I mean, Alex, you're a senior. Where this program has come. Of course, Luke Amstutz goes up to AD and now is off to Northridge. But Alex Stewart has come in, and I think 25 of the last 28 games, 25 and 3
Hmm.
under Coach Stewart. That system, you guys go down to state a couple years ago. Just talk about this program and where this senior class has kind of helped build things up to where they are now.
Yeah, just from us underclass when we are underclassmen, just watching those older guys, like that culture, they really showed us like what to do when we got to like where we are now. It's definitely that culture part that's brought us all together. We've been playing for a long time. It's really where the standard is almost every year for East Noble. So we always come together. We're always good teammates. It really takes us to that next level every year, and looking to do it again this year.
Sure. Austin, it's no secret. It's been quite the summer for you with, offers coming from all over the place. You had a breakout season as a freshman, the only freshman to make the all-state team across Indiana. But your growth as a football player, that first year, going from an eighth grader to a freshman, and now that getting a whole year in the system, freshman to sophomore. Talk about your jump and really the takeaway from you as you continue to develop and become one of the nation's top players at your age?
Yeah, I had a really good camp season this year. I got a lot of new offers, met a lot of new people. Just trying to develop in that journey too, taking my game to the next level by just working really hard in the off season as well. And yeah, you mentioned I was the only player to make a All State. It's just it just takes a lot. You just gotta put in that work day in day out every day.
Sure. A laundry list of schools have offered you, reached out to you. You've got visits planned. Just from
Yes.
the view from 30,000 feet. Nothing specific about any specific team, but the feedback you're getting from coaches. How has that helped you as a football player when you're talking to some of these big time coaches across the country and the Big Ten and the ACAC and the SEC and Notre Dame and those type of places, the feedback that you're getting that you can apply to become a better football player? Just talk a little bit about that, and as far as what you're learning about the game through the recruiting process.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot right now actually. This past camp season, I learned a lot of new moves actually to get off blocks and to avoid blocks and work in coverage more. And all these coaches are just a really big help to that. I'm taking a lot out of just the camp stuff, and yeah,
Hey, Alex, now you're a senior this year, correct?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. Now, do you want to go on and play at the next level as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that because, like I tell guys when I was coaching, if you want to go play somewhere, there will be a place for you to go play. We don't know where that is because we don't have a crystal ball.
Actually, we do, Coach. Right, Alex? You made your decision over the weekend. Did I hear?
Yeah,
Tell us
just
a little
last
bit more
week.
on that.
Yeah, just last week I had committed to Taylor University.
Okay.
I just really love the program. I've had made really good relationships with them over since spring. I've took 3 visits. Definitely that Christian environment is really a big thing that played into my commitment there. And the coaches just always talking to me, making me feel like they really wanted me this off
Yeah.
season, and just the environment there that I really love.
Yeah, that's a great place. It really is.
Mhm.
And man, thanks, dude, for correcting me there from getting egg on my face.
Yeah, I'm glad that it happened because it all worked out because I knew, that was in the cards. And maybe that same question for you, Alex, as far as
Yeah.
the recruiting process and talking to these coaches, getting that
Yeah.
feedback. How is that making you a better football player that as you finish out your high school career and get ready for the college game?
Yeah, it just makes you work a lot harder. And all the feedback also, it just makes me a better football player. And what I also need to learn, while in the recruiting process, definitely been a journey, but definitely I've loved it. Coaches have been great talking to and everything, and they've really made the process just fun. And definitely that commitment to Taylor is definitely a big part into it.
What are
Sure.
they
And of
looking
course,
at you there as a DB or a wide receiver?
Yeah, safety and outside
Safety?
backer.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's a great school.
Mhm.
They've done, a lot of things there at Taylor, and you'll fit in great there. And then,
Yes, sir.
Austin, for you, since you're just a young pup, as we like to say, what is it
Yeah.
like playing alongside your brother? And just that, he's the one that's always been the oldest, maybe got to do things first before you got to try him because he was older and you were younger. But now that you guys are playing at the same level on the same team, talk about that experience and how that's been for you guys.
Yeah, last year was amazing actually. We were both starting on offense and defense. I got to talk to him a lot more. Just we've bonded a lot more over football this last season and just our whole career. I played up with him and our youth leagues, so I could play on his team with him, and that was great too. But now I can actually play with him for these last 2 years. I'm really looking forward to play with him one last time.
Yeah. Hey, and Alex, now that he used to tag along all the time and your mom and
Yeah.
dad used to make you take him with you, now you probably like to have that big guy sitting right next to you there at all the places you go, right?
Yeah, he's the leader of the main and core, and I'm the leader of the back core. So it's really a blessing, to be honest.
there you go. There
Yeah,
you
that's
go.
awesome. That's awesome. Well, I guess, Austin, last question from me with this, and I think Dude's kind of covered the recruiting stuff with it. You're potentially entering a new era of college football. When I was coaching D1 football at Ball State many years ago, the NIL era and player, all the money that the players now are getting is quite a unique aspect to it. What do you know about that? What have coaches told you about that? Because it seems to me that seems to be an ever-changing environment day to day, week to week when you turn on the TV or get a news article in front of you. What have the coaches said to you about that?
I haven't really talked about NIL yet with any of my coaches that I've been talking to, but it is in the realm of opportunity now. But people are getting paid. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Hoping that can be me too.
Well, I guess. I mean, why not, right? I would have liked that back in the day. But I guess one thing too, there's been a new rule with even the Indiana high school football that allows the name, image, and likeness aspect of things. Has
Yes.
YouTube been able to do anything up there in Kendallville with that, or has anybody approached any of you two to do some of that with being in Kendallville and being a part of East Noble?
No, we haven't done any NIL stuff yet with anybody in Kenneville with this new rule change opening up.
Okay, well, that was a question. I was just a question because it's such a new aspect of high school football.
Yeah,
something
it
that
is. You're right.
hasn't been allowed in Indiana forever, and so I didn't know what opportunities there may or may not be. But I'm glad you guys got a chance to come on tonight, and we'll see you Friday night for sure. And looking forward to watching you both play.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much, guys, for joining us tonight. That was Alex and Austin Phillips, the brothers. Austin, a sophomore, Alex, a senior at East Noble. Alex heading on to Taylor University next year. Of course, Austin, one of the highly recruited kids in the class of 2029. I think if that's the numbers right. Yeah, sophomore 2029 in all the country. I mean, offers everywhere, coach.
Yeah.
We are good group of guys, good group of brothers. I'm glad we had them on together, and we in organizing this and scheduling this, that was a big part of it. And they wanted to make sure to see if they could do it together, and absolutely, and find an interview there. But really solid kids for this East Noble team that really shows what going through the system up there in Kendallville can really do. And really, look, let's face it, Austin is the big time recruit. Alex is a senior who just committed to Taylor, but opportunities abound for both of these young men. And I think that really shows the strength of the East Noble system.
Sure. And, like you said, with Alex, he's going to a good school in Taylor and he'll do great there. And, the biggest thing about going to school, and I know we get lost now because of, the money that potentially can be made at the next level with the D1 guys, the Power 4 type of recruits. But the reality of it is these kids are going to school to get a degree. And, like with Alex, he's going to walk out of Taylor in 4 years with a degree from a very, very good academic school. And on top of that, you could tell that his faith has been a big guidance in that realm, and he'll fit in perfectly there. And again, with, Austin, he's so young that, he's still got a couple years left before it all gets said and done. And, we remember the recruitment of Jalen Smith. He's kind of following that, that era of recruiting, because Jalen too was offered a lot his sophomore year in high school. So I'm sure after playing him on Friday night, he was able to ask him a couple questions. I saw a picture of the two together, which was,
and I tell you, great multi-sport athletes. Again, we saw it with Braylon Fertil at Snyder and these guys too. I know Austin in 8th grade was the AAU national champion in shot put. Yeah. I know these two guys are sprinters now, doing the 100, getting their numbers down in the mid 11s for the 100. So multi-sport athletes that it really shows on Friday night. And I think when guys like that in general walk through that door, Alex Stewart and that whole staff have just got to be beaming, because that's a good example for the next group to come in. And they've done it, and we've seen a lot of success with East Noble, and team success, individual success. That's the same way to do it.